My topic is on family violence. Violence is a part of many relationships, whether it's physical or psychological. Violence happens in 1/4 of all marriages, and more than half the women who were murdered will be slapped, kicked, beaten, threatened, or attacked with a weapon at least once by an intimate partner. 1 in 3 women throughout the globe experience violent victimization during their lives. Violence occurs no matter the race, religion, or ethnic groups you're obtained in. It also doesn't matter whether you're in a gay or straight relationship, it still occurs. When we think about violence amongst partners, we assume husbands beat their wives, but in 8% of the cases, wives beat their husbands. If one of the spouses grew up in families where violence occurred, they are more likely to be violent. This is called the cycle of violence hypothesis. It's where abuse and neglect of children leads them to be predisposed to abusiveness as adults. This only occurs in 1/3 of abusers, and the other 2/3 weren't beaten as a child. Marital aggression by a husband occurs in 3 stages: the tension building stage, acute battering incident, and the loving contrition stage. First, the tension building stage is when the husband becomes upset and shows dissatisfaction initially through verbal abuse. He may also shove or grab. The wife will try to calm him because she is upset, but it only leads to an escalation of anger. The second stage consists of an acute battering incident. This is when the physical abuse actually occurs. Wives could be shoved, choked, slapped, punched, kicked, and even stepped on. They may be thrown downstairs and burnt by cigarettes. About 1/4 of wives are forced to engage in sexual activities, which can lead to rape from the aggression. The last stage is the loving contrition stage. This doesn't occur in all cases, but only some. The husband will feel remorse for his actions and apologize. He will then try to aid her and convince her he will not act out violently again. The wives feel that they are partly at fault in triggering the aggression. That is the main reason wives accept the apology. This stage helps explain why wives remain abusive to husbands. Some have fear that they may be attacked if they left, but others believe they have no good alternatives and wish to keep their marriages intact. In other cultures, they have traditions in which violence is acceptable. For instance, wife battering is prevalent in cultures in which women are viewed as inferior to men and treated as property. One time, they had a law in the United States which husbands were allowed to beat their wives. This was modified in the 1800s to only permit a certain kind of beating. The law was completely removed in the 19th century. Here is an example of family violence.
My little girl met a new friend just the other day on the playground at school, between the tires and the swing. But she came home with tear-filled eyes, and she said to me, "Daddy, Alyssa lies." Well, I just brushed it off at first, 'cause I didn't know how much my little girl had been hurt, or the things she had seen. I wasn't ready when I said you can tell me. And she said, "Alyssa lies to the classroom. Alyssa lies every day at school. Alyssa lies to the teachers as she tries to cover every bruise." My little girl laid her head down that night to go to sleep. As I stepped out the room, I heard her say a prayer so soft and sweet. God bless my mom and my dad and my new friend Alyssa. I know she needs you bad because Alyssa lies to the classroom. Alyssa lies every day at school.
So my discussion question to you is, if you or someone you knew was a victim of physical or psychological violence, how would you deal with the situation? Thank you.